Welcome to the podcast that will teach you how to successfully invest in and build steady streams of passive income from the highly lucrative niche of mobile home park investing. Veteran real estate investors Kevin Bupp and Charles Dehart from Mobile Home Park Academy will personally share with you the valuable lessons they've learned along their journey as mobile home park investors, so that you too can learn how to build massive cash flow and huge profits from this extremely lucrative niche. So without further ado, let's welcome your hosts for today's show, Kevin Bupp and Charles Dehart.
Welcome, guys and gals, to the Mobile Home Park Academy's weekly podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Bupp, and just in case you're tuning in for the very first time, I want to let you know that today's episode is a little different from our normal weekly show. But don't you worry, I'm still 100% positive that you'll find a ton of value if mobile home park investing is what you came here to learn about. You see, many months ago, actually a little bit more than a year and a half ago to be exact, Charles and I, we created 21 special release episodes showcasing the 21 biggest mistakes that we see new investors make when entering into the mobile home park business. And our original intent was to release one episode per week in addition to our normal weekly segment. But sadly, we got sidetracked and we only ever released the first 7 shows. In fact, you can actually go back and listen to these first 7 mistakes by going and listening to episodes number 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14 on our podcast. And I would actually suggest that you do that if you haven't done so already. And so as a special treat, we're actually going to be posting 2 to 3 episodes each and every week until we get all 21 of them out. And then after that, we'll resume our usual weekly schedule of mobile home park investing awesomeness. And if you haven't done so already, go download a copy of our free ebook so that you can use it as a reference manual and take notes as you listen to all these 21 mistakes. I'm sure you'll be glad that you did. And one quick disclaimer, as you go through this special series, these episodes were recorded more than a year and a half ago, and so some of the references that we make might seem a little dated. But rest assured, the fundamentals haven't changed one bit. And so in today's show, we'll be covering mistake number 12, where we'll discuss buying a rural park that has very little rental demand and why this can mean absolute death to your cash flow. But before we get on to mistake number 12, I want to quickly go through a few laundry list items. The first one is the Mobile Home Park Academy is finally live, guys. It's here. It's here and it's open for business. Yes, you heard me correctly. The long-awaited Mobile Home Park Academy that you heard Charles and I talking about for such a long time, it's now live and open for business. Charles and I, we've been busting our butts for the past year and a half, putting this program together, and can confidently say that it's hands down the most comprehensive training on mobile home park investing that you'll ever find. Charles and I, we've been through every boot camp, we've read every book, and we've attended every industry roundtable, mastermind, and anything else you could think of, and this program blows them all away. So you think you want to master the art of market analysis so that you can ensure you're only buying parks in the most profitable markets? We'll show you how to do that. You want to learn the exact step-by-step process that we use to build a highly targeted database of mobile home parks that meet your exact acquisition criteria? Done. We'll show you how to do it in the Academy as well. Do you want to learn the negotiation tactics that we use to persuade owners to sell us their parks using owner financing? We'll show you how to do that too. You want to learn how to successfully raise all the private capital that you could ever need to get your deals done? We'll show you how to do that as well. What if you knew how to create a steady stream of highly qualified off-market leads that met your exact criteria? Better yet, we'll show you how to build a steady stream and not have to rely on brokers to bring you deals. And even better than that, you won't be competing with other buyers who will drive the price up. We're going to show you how to do that in the Academy, okay? Bottom line, if you want to learn how to be successful and enter into this niche and avoid all the common mistakes that new park investors make, then you owe it to yourself to check out the Academy. Charles and I, we love helping others who share the same passion for this business, and we'd love to help you, okay? And just to give you a small little tasting or sampling of what the Academy is all about, Charles and I put together a free 2-hour in-depth web class so that you can get a small just example of what you might expect from the full-blown Mobile Home Park Academy. You can register for this web class by going to mobilehomeparkacademy.com. And one last thing, we are so confident in what we've created in the Academy that we are even offering a 100% no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee for those who make the commitment to move the needle forward with us, okay? And so if that wasn't exciting enough, guys, in addition to the Mobile Home Park Academy, I'm proud to say that we finally released our highly anticipated mobile home park investment fund. It's live and it's now open for business. So if you have any interest whatsoever in partnering with us on future mobile home park deals, go ahead and shoot us an email to partner@mobilehomeparkacademy.com, and almost immediately you'll be sent info on our current partnership offering. Also, in this email is a calendar link to schedule a call with us to have a one-on-one call to discuss the partnership in more detail to see if it might be a good fit for you. And here's another exciting item I want to mention regarding our partnership opportunities. Based on direct feedback from many of you who have shown an interest in partnering with us on deals, but who also have a sincere interest in learning the mechanics of the mobile home park investing business, we are now offering complimentary lifetime memberships to the Mobile Home Park Academy to anyone who decides to partner with us on deals. By doing this, we're allowing those who invest with us a first-hand experience of the internal workings of our business. So not only will you get to participate in deals with us, but you'll also have the opportunity to learn the exact systems and processes that we use in our very own business. Maybe one day you want to go out and do your own deals. If that's the case, then you'll have all the wisdom and knowledge necessary while simultaneously partnering with a team who has a proven track record. To learn about this unique investment and partnership opportunity, again, send an email to partner@mobilehomeparkacademy.com to receive information on our most recent investment offering. I can tell you that this offer is limited and it will be on a first-come, first-served basis. So if you have any interest whatsoever, reach out to us and let's have a talk and see if it's a good fit, okay? Next item on the agenda, if you're an active mobile home park investor who owns one or more parks, Charles and I, we want to speak with you. We're looking for experienced operators, both big and small, to share their story with us on a future episode. There's so much to be learned from these personal journeys, and we want to help others benefit from your experience, okay? So if you'd like to learn more about becoming a future guest on a show, please send us an email to mobilehomeparkacademy@gmail.com. We'd love to have you as a guest, and we love to share your experience and your story with our listeners. And lastly, if you ever find yourself in the Tampa Bay area, be sure to look us up, as we love meeting others who share our same passion for the mobile home park space. Go ahead and shoot us an email, mobilehomeparkacademy@gmail.com, and let us know what your travel plans are, and we'll try to coordinate while you're here in town. Okay, guys, so now let's get on to the part of the show that you've been waiting for, which is our Biggest Mistakes special series. So here we go.
Welcome, guys and gals, to the Mobile Home Park Academy's special series on the 21 biggest mistakes new investors make when purchasing their first mobile home park and how you can avoid them. I'm your host, Kevin Bupp, along with my co-host and business partner, Charles Dehart. Charles, tell our listeners about the big mistake we're going to be covering today.
Thanks, Kevin. Big mistake number 12 is buying a rural park that has very little rental demand. And this is important because to run a successful business, you need to have demand for your product.
Okay. So what you're saying is just because it was built doesn't mean that they're going to come.
Right. That's absolutely correct. And
okay.
To caveat that, I mean, just because it's a rural park doesn't necessarily mean there's very little demand. And just because your park's in the city doesn't mean that there's an incredible demand.
Okay, and how can we figure out whether or not there's demand? If it's a rural park that we're looking at, what can we do just to kind of cover our bases and make sure there's demand for this property?
Right. Normally what we do is on the front end, before we even tie it up under contract, is we're going to look at that park and see what their pricing is and compare that to the pricing in the market and see if their pricing lines up or is at least below market on that. And then we'll also look at the park and see if it's in a desirable location and if there are any jobs there. And once we have that park under contract, what we normally do is we run a test ad.
Okay. And then when we run that test ad, typically the results we look for are what, Charles? I mean, we look for a certain number of calls in a certain time frame to see if there really is any demand for that. And what do those numbers look like? What really makes us happy?
Right. Generally speaking, we'll run our test ad in Craigslist. And we've also done test advertising through bandit signs and the newspaper and things like that. But what we're typically looking for is about 20 to 30 calls on like a 10-day period. So typically, and in addition to that, we also keep those phone numbers so that we can call those people back once we own the park.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. And then there's another, another concern that you need to have if you're looking at a rural park, even if it does have a lot of demand. And this is something we ran into somewhat recently with a park that was in Iowa. It was in a very small market. It wasn't rural by any means, but it was in a very small market. It wasn't part of a metro and had a population below 15,000. And we had a few lending institutions that didn't have an interest in it because it was in such a small town. So those are other concerns that you might have to address if you're looking at a rural park that isn't part of a major metro and is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So other than that, guys, just be careful. Make sure you do your homework. Make sure you that this park that you're looking at has the actual rental demand by running these test ads. And Charles, anything else to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it.
Okay, guys, well, that's all we have for today's episode. Before we say goodbye, Charles and I would like to ask a small favor of you. If you enjoyed the show and feel like the information that we shared with you added value to you and your business, then please take a minute and go over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star rating and review. And to show our appreciation to you for doing that, Charles and I have decided to give you a free copy of the exact cold call script that we use when prospecting to mobile home park owners. We've never given this away to anyone before, but we'll give it to you for free if you leave us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. And here's real quick instructions on how you redeem that gift from us. After you submit that review to iTunes, go ahead and send us an email directly to gift@mobilehomeparkacademy.com and tell us who you are and what screen name you use to leave the review, and we'll go ahead and send you your free gift. And this is your host, Kevin Bupp,
and Charles DeHart,
signing off.
Congratulations for taking the necessary steps to achieving massive success through the highly lucrative niche of mobile home park investing. Be sure to visit our website, mobilehomeparkacademy.com, to download your free digital ebook version of the 21 biggest mistakes investors make when buying their first mobile home park and how you can avoid them. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe to our free monthly mobile home park investing newsletter, which is jammed full of valuable tips, tricks, and strategies to help you accelerate your path to success as a mobile home park investor. More information about this podcast and its hosts can be found by visiting mobilehomeparkacademy.com.